Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a short little get ready with me. It's about 11:30. I have to work tonight at 5 and then I'm planning on going out somewhere and getting some lunch. So that's the plan for today. We're just going to do hopefully a short little video this time. I'll speed through and skip some stuff. So alright, let's hop right in. Alright, so I zoomed you guys on in so that we can get this started. In all honesty, I just woke up not that long ago, so my face is still looking a little not as cute as it could be, so just excuse that fact. So I'm going to start off with my eyes today, but before I do that, I'm going to put on just a little bit of primer, Too Faced Hangover RX primer, just because it is still winter here in Minnesota and my face is feeling pretty dry right now at the moment, so we're going to take just a little bit of that. Alright, so now that that's on, we're going to move on to the eyes. And I always just use concealer as an eyelid primer. I just feel like it works the best. I don't know. So I'm going to take just a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Light Neutral. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my eyelids. So now that that's all blended in, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and I'm going to use that to set my eyelids. Alright, so now that the eyelids are set, then we're just going to hop right into eyeshadow. And I suppose I'll zoom you guys in just a little bit more for that. I don't know if you want to be that close to my face, but we'll go for it. Alright, so now that I got you guys all nice and close, so I think today I'm going to dip into the Kylie Jenner Nice Palette. And when I was doing my makeup almost like every day, I did have a little bit more complicated eyeshadow look than I did in my everyday routine. So I think I'm going to go back to that today because I thought that was really pretty and I liked it a lot. So I'm going to dip into the Nice palette today, and I'm going to use this palette for my whole look. So I'm going to take this color right here, Santa Baby, and the color above it, I think it's called Holly, I can't tell. But I'm going to take those two colors together and I'm going to pop them into the crease as a transition shade. So I'm just going to take this Eco Tools brush. It's a eyeshadow brush. It's kind of old and it's like came in one of their sets, so it's like the dual-ended ones. So I'm going to take this end here. This is called the blend end. And I'm just going to dip into those two colors. Tap off the excess and then we're just going to go right into the crease. Alright, so we got that color down and it's pretty subtle, which is all that I really wanted. So next we're going to take the shade Holly, which in the palette it looks like really bright, but in person, or when you get it on the eye, it's really not that bright, especially if you go in with a light hand. So this is just my little Morphe brush. It's slightly smaller than the blender one I have, but it's still pretty fluffy. So I'm just going to pop that into the crease as well, slightly lower. And then I'm going to take this brush from Morphe. It's slightly bigger than the brush I was just using, and we're just going to use it to just blend everything together. Alright, so now that we got those two colors down, now I'm going to take a darker color with this brush from Morphe. It's like got a flat side and a flat side, and then it's like kind of, you know, you see what I'm saying? And I'm just going to take one side of the brush and I'm going to dip it into hot cider. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer V of the eye just to really darken it up and give it kind of like a smoky effect, you know what I'm saying? So I'm mainly focusing on pressing the color on instead of rubbing it in. I'll take care of the blending afterwards, but at this moment we're just pressing the color onto the outer V. And then once I have most of the color off of my brush, I'm just going to slowly start blending the color into the inner corner, towards the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to try to get a little bit of it into the crease because I do want to deepen up the crease just a little bit, but still keep that color pretty low. And slowly take more and more and continue to deepen it up until it looks how I want it. And even after I blend it out, I'll have to keep going in because I like it to look pretty dark. So, and now I'm going to take the same fluffy blender brush that we were just using before this to really help blend everything together and make it look seamless. Alright, so now I'm going to take just a little bit more of the brown color and really focus it on the outer V, just because when I was blending it lost a little bit of the darkness to it, and I want to bring that back. And so then next we're going to take the same brush that we used earlier from the Eco Tools, but we're going to use this end instead. It's really densely packed, and I'm just going to use it to take the color Gumdrop. And so I'm just going to use my NYX Dewy Finish Spray as something to wet my brush. So first I'm going to pick up the color, and I got a lot of color, you can't really see that, but, and then I'm going to wet the brush. I just did about 3 spritzes, and then we're going to take this brush and really use it to pack on that color. So we're just applying it kind of in the shape that you would do like a cut crease. So this is, I guess, like a half cut crease, kind of, except we're not going in with concealer and really carving it out. We're just using the shadow. What I went ahead and did, while I didn't know my camera wasn't recording, was I took a little bit of the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, and this is in the shade 245 Light. I don't think this is very light for starters, but I took this and I just applied it to a couple of my blemishes just to help cover them up ahead of time. That way when I go in with my Tarte, I don't have to apply so much. And also there was a couple blemishes in places that I wouldn't normally like highlight, so I just use this to cover it up. And this works pretty well. I mean, it's definitely not as full coverage as Tarte, but it's definitely got a lot of coverage to it, and I don't know, I liked it. I used it for a really long time on my under eyes, so I didn't think that it was necessarily bad. So next I'm just going to take some of my Shape Tape, and this is in the same color, light neutral, and I'm just going to use that and apply it to my under eyes, you know, under eyes, nose, forehead, and chin, just the normal spots that somebody would highlight their face. Alright, so now that I have it in all the places that I want it, now I'm just going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and just blend everything in. Alright, and so now that I got everything blended in, I'm just going to take that same Too Faced powder that I used earlier, and I'm just going to set everything. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next step, which is going to be like blush and bronzer and all that fun stuff. So for blush, I'm going to use, where'd it go? I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink blush, and it's just, like kind of a more, I wouldn't really say that this is pink, I would say that this is more peachy, and then it has like gold reflex in it, and I think that it just looks really pretty, and especially with my face being a little bit more dry, I think that the reflex really helped to lighten everything up and make everything look better. And then next up is bronzer. I've been using a shade out of the Makeup Revolution contour kit, but I just don't think that I like the way that it's looking on my face, so I'm gonna try my Hoola bronzer today. Alright, so now we got bronzer on, and now the next step is highlighter, but I think I'm gonna do my brows off camera in between. So just in case you guys are wondering, oh, she doesn't have brows and now all of a sudden she does. That'll be why. I'm gonna use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade 6. So let's just ignore the brows today. They're very much so sisters. They're like sisters from another misters. But it's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. If you can't tell, obviously I haven't done anything to my brows since the last video. So, it's okay. So today I'm going to take the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie collab in the shade Fuego. It's just a nice little like gold moment. I think that it's gorgeous. So this is what we're highlighting with today. So my camera did stop recording again. Sorry, I'm so not used to this. But the only thing you guys really missed was me contouring my nose, and then I'm in the middle of doing my eyeliner, which I planned on filming off of camera anyways, so it's fine. I'll be right back. Alright, so eyeliner's on, and next I'm going to work on finishing up the lower lash line before I do my eyelashes. That way I can just do the top and bottom at the same time. And next we are on to the lashes. Alright, so the last step is I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade Jack Frost from the Kylie Nice Palette, and I'm going to use that just to highlight the inner corners of the eyes, and maybe just a smidge on the brow bone. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss, and this is in the shade 316 Statement Nude. So I'm just going to use this just to add a little something to the lips, because they're looking pretty plain right now. And there you have it. Those are the lips. I would say that it's definitely more of like a soft matte finish than like a full matte. And honestly, this color isn't too far off from my natural lip color, and I think that's why I like it so much. It is slightly darker and a lot cooler. My lips are a lot more red and like bright red, so. But I really like this color. I think that it looks nice. It works with the look. So yeah, this is the look today. Let me just take down my hair. And there's the completed look. Thanks for watching today, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!